Good midday, wonderful midday to all of you. Listen, we survived minimal damage, major thunderstorms, tornadoes, all of this stuff was going on, and God still spared. Jemison, bless you for being here. Grateful to God for you being on and sharing with us on today. Just thankful and grateful and grateful and thankful. Hey, Kathy, how are you? Tell Mahogany we said hello. Tell her I'm looking so forward to seeing her Sunday. I know things happen, but I still have hope. Minister Sarah, bless your heart. Thank you for being here with us on today. And so we are grateful to God for each and every one of you being a part of this learning moment. Okay. Cora, good midday to you. Doe, praying all is well. Understand down in that area, y'all got streets flooded and all kind of crazy stuff. So we're praying that everyone stays safe. Katrina, how are you? Thank you so much for being a part of this learning moment with us. And so we're grateful to God for every one of you as you're coming on board. Thank you so much. Wendy, praying that all is well. Been praying for you and your health, and that God will continue to show himself mighty and powerful. Stephanie, Carolyn, how are you? Good midday to you. Sabrina, bless your heart. Denise, thank you. Thank you, 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 thank you. Gaither, thank you so much for being here with us. And we are again grateful for all of you that are here and that are watching and sharing with us on today. And with that being said, we'll just give God glory. Okay, it was a major event, but it was not as bad as it was in other places. Linda, thank you so much. Okay, and you know what, Kathy? Here's what I've learned: delay is not denial. Okay, so we're just gonna see. We're just gonna see. Tell her pastor wants to see her. I ain't trying to shame her or put no shade on her. There's something God wants to do through her, and that's why the enemy is constantly berating her and trying to keep her from living in her destiny. But guess what? What whatever God has begun in her, it will accomplish. Ayana, thank you for being here with us on this day, and again, we're thankful for you, one and all. Jaleesa, thank you so much for being with us on today, and grateful. Well, guess what? We still got roofs intact over our head. We didn't find ourselves in a situation where we submerged our cars in water. And I'm just trying to tell you, there is something that everyone should be grateful for. Elder James, myself, thank you so much for being here. Not that bad on the nose. It was pretty crazy. I drove home in some of this madness on yesterday, but it's all good. It's and guess what? Can I give y'all a news flash? Snow is coming. Is that not wild? Out of the lack of snow that has taken place all winter long. Now some more snow is coming. The lakes are not frozen, so when the winds cold blow across that water, it snatches up that fluid and boom, drops it everywhere. Okay, and so we're grateful for that. Lakeisha, thank you so much for being here. And all is safe. I put a little thing out there asking people to pray for Cincinnati, but then I forgot to put out there to pray for Huntsville and all of those areas down there. Yeah, girl, snow, Clay, Elder Clay, thank you for being here. Minister Faye, yeah, there's snow coming. What is today? Wednesday? There's snow coming um, either tomorrow or Friday. I can't remember. All I know is it's coming, okay? That's right. Only in Ohio, our grass need to be cut, and it's going to snow. So Sabrina, all is well. Okay. Today, okay. I was wondering if today was the surgery. So we're going to keep your grandson and every facet of the procedure lifted in prayer. We're going to believe God for great success and healing to take place. Pamela, bless you for being here. Okay. And so we're just glad. We're just glad. We're just glad. Okay. Snow won't last long, so we don't have to really worry about that. Sheila, thank you for being here. Listen, I have a question. I know I'm terrible. I know I am. I know I am. Victor Trinette, bless you for being here. Janice, thank you so much for letting us know that all looks well. Clarice, thank you so much for being here and being a part of. Cecile, how are you? Barbara, praying that you are doing well. Sherry, Carletta, Tamika, bless your heart. Y'all just rolling up in here. Now, how do I want to say this? Have you ever been tricked? Have you ever been deceived? Have you ever been lied to? Ethel, bless you for being here. Have you ever been bamboozled? Have it's not yet, Cecile, but there's some snow coming. Have you ever been? Think about this. Hey, LMA, how are you, dear? Let's talk about a couple of things. Let's talk about the scams that are out here now. You know, there's a lot of scams that they try to get your social security number or some other kind of information. They even pop up when I'm doing midweek worship, which is tonight. I'm glad I reminded myself. It's tonight, and so what happens is they put in there, they say, if you get in touch with me and do such and such, I never will forget one that tried to get me. And Linda Brown, how are you? And it was a person I knew, and they said if you could just cash at me whatever, be able to do whatever, and then because I didn't respond, the verbiage changed and they became rather hostile. Well, I told you I needed this, and if you send it to me, I'll send you $500 back in exchange for. Now, I believe that scammers know many people are greedy. Chaplain Hearns, how are you? There are, there is this thing. Barbara White, how are you? There's this thing within. Have you noticed that? And I don't even know what it's called. I don't know if it's. I don't know what it's called, but it's this thing is up to $1 billion. You didn't hear what I said. $1 billion. This game, and so I got to thinking about. Are y'all ready for this? How many poor people? There was something that a guy told me a long time ago that you can't afford to gamble what you can't afford to lose. How many poor people? Valerie, how you be? Tell Dad we said, oh, Powerball. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Lottery, Powerball, wanna be balling, all of that kind of stuff. Ariana, how are you? And so, how many people will take medication money? How many people will take, and God will provide what you need? How many people will take essential food money? Hey, D, how are you? Food money or gas money or utility money for the one of the most slimmest chances on earth, thinking that by doing so they're gonna win this $1 billion. Think about how many people who are tricked into believing that by doing certain things you can get so much more out of it with gambling and different stuff like that and all of that. And I know I'm gonna lose some of you. I know I am, because many of us don't want to own up to the fact that it is tempting. It is tempting that boy, if I could just take $1 and get me 100,000 out of it, man. I remember people, and I'm going to talk about one of the tricks of the. I remember people at the church that used to attend the church. Pastor, if I hit that number, I'm gonna give the church such and such and such and such. And and I look at them and I laugh and I say, "Oh yeah, that's nice. Yeah, uh-huh." And a couple of them did hit. Church didn't see a dime. Why? Because it's a trick. It's designed to make you think that just a little bit will get you this unbelievable amount of money. Let me tell you that Satan is full of trickery. Satan is full of schemes. Satan is full of scams. Satan is full of chicanery. Satan is full of, if you just trust me a little bit, I'll do stuff for you that you can't, because he's good. I want you to hear what I'm saying. He is good at mimicking God. Ooh, teach, Pastor. I know. He's good at making you think, making you believe that if you trust his schemes, that you'll come out on top of things. Uh-huh. and so the thing that's funny about that is that once these people get that money, God is forgotten. He mimics God. Now you may say, well, what do you mean by that? I'm glad. Hey, Tyrone, how are you, sir? Good to have you here. He mimics God. He mimics things of God. He will have you think sometimes that God is speaking to you and it's not God at all. Same thing with tax money. Stephanie, don't get me started, because y'all know what we do. Y'all know what we do. I'm going to do better. The odds of winning are ridiculously stacked. I know people. Well, I knew people. I don't know them now. I knew people who would play, Minister Marcia, between $100 to $300 a day on lottery tickets and scratch offs and all of that kind of stuff. Am I stepping on toes today? I gotta get us to see something. And then the funny thing about it, I'll stand up and say, bring your tithes and offerings, and be like, oh, I can't do that. I can't get to church. But if you add up how much, oh, I forgot about one. What is it called? Bingo. I forgot about that. Bingo. People will go to them Catholic churches and spend that money on bingo cards and all that kind of stuff, and then walk out of there mad, and then the next time turn around and do the same thing again. But what we have to understand, and I want us to look at something in 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 14. 2 Corinthians, not 2 Corinthians. I'm sorry. I wasn't really gonna do that, but I couldn't help myself, because I had to sound like the devil. Okay. 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 14 says, Satan disguises himself as an angel of light. Not too creepy. It just came over me. I wasn't gonna do that, but somebody else said that, and I just threw that out there. Satan has pickpocketed us on so many situations, it's not even funny. Satan has tricked us. Can I talk? Can I talk real, open, and honest? Can I be real, real, open and honest about this? Even in relationships, he's tricked us, because the Bible says that a man that finds a woman, uh, a man who finds a wife finds a good thing. Problem is, the men don't even have to chase anymore. They're being chased. Don't die off on me. Don't die off on me, please. Please don't die off on me. We live in an age where we're not looking for companionship. We're looking for a pocket full of money. Don't die off on me. Don't die off on me. Don't change the channel. I'm watching the numbers to see if the numbers drop, if some of y'all try to get out of here. Many of us don't even know what real love is because we're so addicted to sex. Don't change the channel. Up, two of y'all dropped off. See there? See there? What am I trying to get us to see? We who have been tricked and bamboozled and lied to by the enemy now wouldn't know truth if it stepped up and slapped us in the face. Why? Because we have been tricked. She can look so fine. He can look so good and ain't worth 2 quarters. Okay? Lord have mercy. And then we'll justify our own lack of understanding by saying, oh, well, he's just going through a rough, or she's just going through a rough, or all of that other kind of stuff. I'm just trying to get us to understand how many of us have been tricked. How many of us have we said to ourselves, oh my God? And then later on you're crying, oh my God, please get me out of this. He says Satan disguises himself as an angel of light. He can show up in forms that you lust and want. She doesn't have to be gorgeous. He doesn't have to be handsome. They just need to be faithful and reliable. Jesus, Lord. But what do we want? We want the finest of the fine, the fairest of the fair, the sexiest of the sexiest. And that's on both sides. And Satan says, boom, y'all remember Samson? Y'all remember Samson? I got 2 minutes. That gal was fine, brown skin, beautiful skin, ruby red lips, curly hair. And she tricked him out of his strength. He thought it was love. And see, if you've never had love, then you don't know how to receive it. Did you hear what I said? Y'all didn't catch that. Y'all didn't catch it. If you've never had love, you don't know what love is. And so in the midst of this, why is it that sometimes we can be so? And here's the thing about it. What do you do when you start producing things because of bad relationships? Satan can trick you into thinking that what is the worst thing you could ever come in contact with is the best thing for you. I needed to deal with that, because How many times has Satan pickpocketed us? How many times has he pulled our joy and our strength and our hope and our happiness? Okay. Okay. Tell Larry I said I don't know how to do nothing else but tell the truth. Because only truth sets free. And so I'm going to stop right there. That's as far as I'm going, because we are too old to keep being tricked. We have been around too long to keep acting like juveniles. God has done too much for us to still be bamboozled and conned into something that's really not of God. And then the sad part about it is, what does it take to get out of it? What does it take to get rid of it? Can you get rid of it once you've invested so much in it? Can I get a witness? Tonight, I want y'all to meet me at 6:30. Put in the chat. Now that everybody's in shock and everybody's going, oh my God, oh my God. No, because he's good at what he does. And the problem is because we're not consistent with him. Jesus is the vine and we are the branches. And when we are not consistently nourished by God, we're being deceived by the enemy. Hey, Pee Wee, how are you? I got to go. I done kept y'all 2 minutes over. Meet me at 6:30 tonight. Same time, same station. Let's get into something and see if it can't get into you and make you better than you have ever been before. Love you with the love of Jesus Christ, even though you may not think that I do after this. But I'll see you at 6:30. Let's see what the Lord says. Be safe out there. Be careful, because there's a whole lot of water and there are flood warnings out everywhere. May God bless you. May he keep you is our prayer.